I apologize for this rudimentary tutorial. I'm actually having to hold the camera and kind of do everything at the same time, but what I'm wanting to do is show you how to make Retro XMB packages that don't require RetroArch or Retro XMB version of RetroArch to be installed. So as you can see here in my game section, I do not have RetroArch or Retro XMB installed at all. So I'm going to go ahead and exit Multiman. I just wanted to show you all that. And while it's doing that, I'm going to switch over to my TV, or the computer. Maybe. Alright, so here we are at my computer. We've got Retro XMB. This is Creator version 1.7.7, and then this is my cores plus eboot.zip package. Okay, we're just going to simply extract those files out into their respective packages. So we got our new ones down here. Oops. There's our Retro XMB, and then our cores are up here. Anywho, so when you go into the Retro XMB, it's going to pop open like this. Okay, the first thing you're going to have to do is grab a DLL 50. Now I've got this one on hand from Aldo's tools, so I'm going to snag it real quick. This right here. This needs to be in this directory in order for the thing to launch. So now that we have it, Retro XMB will load. Alright, before we even mess with any of this stuff, we'll go to my cores plus eboot package right here. Here's all the cores for the Retro XMB, and then this eboot. We're going to take this eboot and copy it right in here to template user directory. So it's going to use this eboot instead of its original eboot for every game. It's very important. It doesn't look like there's a difference here, but there really is. Okay, so now once that's done, we can go ahead and close this for now, and I'm going to leave this open since it's got our cores. Alright, so as you can see here, what we need to do is find a game and drag it in. So give me just a second to get to where all my ROMs are at. And I've already made a few of these, so I'm going to do Donkey Kong Country 2. So we select, this one's an SNES. You know, if it was a different one, you'd just select it, no big thing. Alright, so we drag and drop this in here. Boom. Up here at the top, you see this is RetroXMB 008. So we're going to go up here, and you see how I have this mapped out? User directory, core, borders, menu. If you try to put the core anywhere else when the Retro XMB creates the package, it will actually delete it. So yeah, keep this path, and what you're going to change every time is this here, so that it looks for the core in the right place. So ours is RetroXMB 008, RetroXMB 008. The reason why I'm double checking that is because if you do a regular NES package, it'll be RxNES, and that messed me up a couple of times, so just be aware of that. Then we'll put in our 8, so that's good. These options are really up to you. It doesn't really matter if you want XMB disabled or whatever. So anyway, that's all up to you. Save that. Now in here, you see this I for information. Oops, sorry. Alright, now we've got this open. It should already have our path labeled out. Okay, so now we're going to come over here to our cores. Oops, that's the wrong folder. Our cores. And we know for for SNES games, it's this core. Okay, so we're gonna just simply copy this entire name over and just slap it right there. Bam. Now when we hit X to close this, it's gonna say, do you want to save? Yes. Alright, so that part is pretty much done. Now what we have to do is actually put the core in the package before we build it. So you come up here to this and click on that, and it's going to open the actual workspace of the package that you're working on. You come in here to User, Cores, Borders, Menu, and we're going to put our core right in there. Just copy that dude. Bam, right over. Okay. Now we're all set to go. We can make our package. Actually, if you wanted to, you could do all the extra stuff and manually create images for your, like game splash background and that kind of stuff. For what I'm doing today, it's more just about the functionality than the looks and all that. So anyway, once we've got all that done, we're gonna make our package. It pops up and says, "You want to check it out?" Bam, there's our package. Now, give me just a second here. I'm gonna slap a USB drive in. Oops, I guess it helps if I click on it. Okay, so that's all we need from there. Go ahead and pull this, and we're going to switch back over to the PlayStation 3. I apologize about the camera moving and all that stuff, but let me get my controller working again here. Alright, so as you can see in my game section, I do not have, even in any of these folders, I do not have RetroArch installed or RetroXMB hidden anywhere on my hard drive. So that's actually calling those files right out of the package itself. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and go into Install, Standard, and which one did I just do? Donkey Kong Country 2. Bloop. No RetroArch installed. It just plays. With the modified e-boot, there's not any problems with the controller. Before I had realized I needed to modify the e-boot, I was getting them to work, but the controller had some button functionality issues, and that's the reason why we're doing the modified e-boot. But there you go. There you have it. Appreciate it.